Be content but never satisfied. Now, this title and this video in general is similar to the video that I just dropped a couple of days ago. That was, I'm pretty sure, titled, Don't Try to Force Things. You know what I mean? And this particular topic that I'm talking about today plays a role within the video that I dropped a couple days ago, like I said. So if you are on this video now, make sure you go ahead and you go back and you click on that video first in order to get a little bit more context and understanding of where I'm coming from and, what I'm trying to talk about. Just a quick disclaimer before I get into the video. This isn't written down or scripted, formulaic, in the type of way to, where I can read it out, line for line. This is just, just me coming on, reflecting, getting some off my chest real quick. And, just not having anything written out, just coming straight off the dome. So if I'm all over the place, excuse me and, pardon me for that. But, this is just going to be real quick, not too long, and something I just want to get off my chest. And like I said, this is similar to the video that I dropped just a couple of days ago, but it has its difference in its own way. Alright, so with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and get straight into it. Like I said, be content, but, never satisfied with your situation. Like I said in the previous video, so many people, want to meet their goals in an instant gratification way. You know what I mean? They want microwave success. You know what I mean? They want this new car overnight. They want this new job overnight. You know what I mean? They want to get that new Cuban chain. You know what I mean? They want that new girl. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, just to use as examples, obviously. But people had this instant gratification, quick, like I said, microwave success mindset, to where if they don't get the things that they're seeking, or they don't meet the goals that they set out to do for themselves, in an instantaneous and quick way, that, you know what I mean, it's something not working, you know what I mean, it's not going their way. And, you know what I mean, it really causes a lot of turmoil and kind of, mental health issues, especially when you bring into the factor of social media and seeing these other people live their lives, and they represent where you want to be in life, and they have the stuff that you want to get in life. They're meeting the goals, they're setting the goals, they achieving the goals that you yourself want to get to. And you see this, and they, posting it every single day, all day, every day of their lifestyle. But you may not even know that that's how they, actually living. They could be giving you a perception, and what they really living like is something completely different. But when you look at it from the outside view and see what they're posting on a daily basis, you feel like you have to get there, in order to feel like you're worthy of something and like you're a success. You know what I mean? And that's not going to happen all the time. You know what I mean? Like I said, with most of these people, especially when it comes to media, social media, and what they're showing online, maybe only a small percentage of what they living like, or it could just be a whole fabricated lie in general, and they only just showing you what they want to show you, not what they need to show you, the hardships, the twists and turns, the ups and downs, things like that, stuff that they don't want the public eye to see, because they feel like they're going to be viewed as less than. And you just have to sit back and really, like I said in the title of this video, be content at where you at, but never satisfied. You know what I mean? You may not be able to meet them goals overnight. You may not be able to do everything that you set out to do in a month to meet your goal. So you just gonna have to sit back, be content within the situation that you at. You know what I mean? You may not have a car to get to that job all the way an hour out, but you know that you gotta go there and get it regardless of what the situation is. It may be frustrating, it may be, confusing to you, in the moment's notice, in that moment. But if you stay in the present and, be, content with where you at, and not try to force it, and not try to think about, oh, well, I'm not there yet, or oh, I need to do this, or I gotta get there now. No, just slow down and be okay with where you at, because if you give it time and you trust your intuition and whatever belief system that you may have, these things will start to transpire more quickly when you sit back and you just wait. In your head, think about it. Write down how you feel to better express it and to get a better understanding of where you coming from. But don't be satisfied with that. Even though you know that your situation is pretty bad, and you know what I mean, it's really, really holding you down and inhabiting you from where you're trying to go and the goals that you're trying to set out for yourself. Still know that, with you reflecting and writing down how you feel, that you're going to push through and that you're going to persevere regardless of that. That's the key factor of what separates this from the previous video, and what overall thing and factor that you can do to help you get out of this mindset and to help you forward yourself through it and not to fall into a rut, because that's the last thing that you want to do. You want to look at it and confront all the stuff that may be conflicting you and holding you back, and to be okay with that, but to know that even with all that stuff, you're not going to let it overturn you, and you're not going to let it overtake you and, bring you down. You're going to persevere through it regardless. Like I said, you may not have that car to get all the way out to that job that's an hour out, that's paying, $22 an hour. But even with that in your head and you thinking about it and confronting it, you still gonna figure out a way to get to that job regardless, to put food on the table, maybe if it be for you or for your whole family, things like that. So like I said, write it down, you know what I mean, confront it, and be okay with it, that, it may not be perfect, but, to not give up and to not quit. And this is going to take a while to understand, because, you're trying, and it may be super hard, You may think that you're not making any progress because of where you're starting at, you know what I mean? And just the overall perception, like I said. And it may just come in small amounts and small doses. But even that, just with that, as long as you're getting another chance to wake up and be able to get another chance, you should be grateful for that. And even with the small increments of success, it may not be a whole leap, you know what I mean? The whole league bound of, fulfillment and success, but just even those things will help out in the little moments, and just the littlest of moments, when it really, really, really matters, you know what I mean? So don't think of it like, oh, you gotta go leaps and bounds and have this huge abundance of success. No. Sometimes when you're in that situation and you're not where you want to be, It's going to be the little increments and lump sums of success that's really going to help push you forward and get you to where you want to be. You may just not see it as, you may not see it visually as much as other people may see it in your life because of the situation that you're in. And, you may just be thinking negative and bringing yourself down most of the time. But that's just all I really want to come on here and talk about. Like I said, I don't really want to make this too long. Just something real short to come on here and talk about and express. Like I said, if you didn't watch the previous video, don't try to force things. Go watch that first so you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. This could be like a part 2 to it to better explain it. But be content with where you at in your situation, but don't be satisfied with it. Try to, transpire and persevere through it regardless of where you may be at. And that comes with your intuition, you journaling and reflecting on your emotions and whatever that belief factor that you may have, whether you're religious and you pray or not, just whatever it may be. Just use those 3 things and just go through life and try to persevere through it regardless, like I said. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know some things that you can do to where you're content with your situation but not satisfied.